So we have Mr. Sachin Hegde with us. Sachin is an experienced data scientist with expertise in working with real-time time series and historical sensor data from IoT and IIoT platforms across different domains. Sachin, over to you.
Thank you, Asgar, for the introduction. Uh, we have only 1.5 hours. Like we will directly jump into the topic and we will interact on live. Okay. I will share my screen. Is my screen visible for everyone? Please do comment. Is my screen visible? Okay. Thank you. Okay. Before diving deep into the session, I would like to give a small instruction. Since I am presenting my screen, I will not be able to read the comments. So, at the end of the topic, we will keep the questionnaire session where we can clear our doubts. Okay. Okay. Moving forward with the topic, the agenda of today's session is what we will understand what is computer vision, how computer reads an image, what is OpenCV, basics of OpenCV, face detection using OpenCV. Like we will do hands-on on it. We will do hands-on on vehicle number plate detection, and I will show you the demo of real-time face and number plate detection using concurrent convolution neural network. Okay, CNN. This is the agenda of next 1.5 hours. First is what is OpenCV, right? Uh, what is computer vision? Self-driving car is the most buzzing word in the automotive sector right now, right? uh, every tech giants are interested in introducing full-fledged self-driving cars to the market, like giants like Microsoft, Tesla, and Google. Everyone are working on that. It was believed impossible few years before, right? But we are witnessing that in front of us. How this self-driving car are able to achieve such a great intelligence, right? As a human, when we drive car, we make some mistakes while driving, right? We nowadays we believe on the machinery. We sit back and relax in the car, and we reach our destination safely, where our machines make a intelligent decisions, right? How it is possible? This is possible using deep learning or computer vision and with the combination of artificial intelligence. Taking another example, like we all use Facebook, right? When we upload a picture on Facebook with our families or friends, there will be auto tagging suggestions where it uh, instruct us to tag a person in that particular image, right? How it is possible? How Facebook can look into the picture of somebody and ask, suggest the exact name of his to tag into that picture, right? This is with achieved using computer vision or deep learning. And the greatest application of deep learning is in the field of healthcare, right? Which can save the life of many people in the finding the whether the tumor is malignant or benign, whether the tumor is cancerous or non-cancer. It is a very crucial decision to do, and based on that decision, the life of the patient is dependent, right? To make such a crucial decision, we use computer vision or deep learning in that different sectors, like in automobile sector, in social medias, and in healthcare domains, right? Then what is computer vision actually? Computer vision is an interdisciplinary field that deals with how computer can be made to gain high level understanding from digital images or videos, right? Basically to mimic a human vision system to the machineries, right? This is what computer vision is, mimicking the human vision system to the computers. Let's understand how human vision system works, right? We have eyes which collects information from the environment, like object color, form of the object, size of the object, depth of the object, right? And further this information is sent into to the brain. Okay, brain receives this information from the eyes, and using the past memory which we have gained from our previous experience, it let us classify, identify, differentiate the object, things, etc., right? Basically the information was gained by the eyes, and that gained information is sent to the brain to make the decision what actually the object is, right? Through pre-trained model. In machine learning, we pass the data to trained model, and the decision will come out based on the experience of a model, right? Similarly, how our eyes and brain works. Next, okay, we as a human being, when we look into the any picture or any object, we can suddenly recognize that, right? But how computer reads an image? So we should first understand the digital representation of image, right? When we speak about the high quality images or a videos, we basically speak about the quality, right? Nothing quality, nothing but resolution of a particular image or a video, right? If the image clarity of a image or the resolution of the image is high, then we call it as HD image, right? HD video or something. When we zoom into the one particular image to the deep of the image, we will find a small tiny square boxes which is placed close to each other. These small tiny square boxes is nothing but as a pixel. We call it as pixel. What is pixel? Pixel is a small element or the small region of a picture, particular picture. Here, each pixel is associated with a color, which is formed by three main colors, that is RGB, red, green, and blue. Okay, this combination of these RGB colors can create a millions of colors. Okay, millions of different colors. Here, the each pixels are associated with a particular color. Okay, and that color is represented in numerical format. As we all know, the computer only understands binary codes, right? Zeros and ones. So these values are further converted into binary values and passed into the system, such that the computer can easily understand what the actual image is, right? This is the digital representation of an image. Further, like, okay, we understood how human vision system works and how computer reads an image. Now we will dive deep into the topic, like how computer reads an image. Just observe the picture on a screen, that it is a face of a person, right? As a human being, we can easily understand that, and we can easily say that it is a face of a person. But how really the computer understands this? If the image is colored image, then there will be mainly three channels: red, green, and blue. As I told before, these are the base color. RGB colors are the base color for an any images. Okay, this RGB color, each channel has associated with a matrix. Okay, even red color, green color, and blue color, they are associated with a matrix, where each element in the matrix represent the depth of a color or brightness of the color. Okay, we have a image, and based on the image we have three channels. Since it's a colored image, red, green, and blue. Okay, each channel will associated with a matrix, where each element of the matrix represent the brightness or the intensity of a that particular color. Okay, we got three different matrices. Then what we do is we stack these three different matrices one above the other, so it will be forming 3D image. Here the RGB matrices are placed one above the other, and here if we say B cross A cross 3, then it's like, for example, 700 cross 700 with three different colors or three channels, we can say that. B cross A cross 3. If it's a black and white image, there is only one channel, okay, 700 cross 700 we say. If it's a color image, we say 700 cross 700 cross 3, since it's a 3 channel. We understood how computer reads an image. Next, we will understand what is OpenCV, and further we will, while doing hands-on sessions, we will clearly get into the topic and we will understand in more depth. Okay, what is OpenCV? OpenCV Python is a library of Python designed to solve computer vision problem. Okay, this is basically a library to deal with the computer vision problems. OpenCV supports wide varieties of language like Java, C++, and Python. Okay, and different platforms like Linux, Windows, etc. Okay, OpenCV Python is basically a Python wrapper for original OpenCV implementation, C++ implementation. Okay, to Python, OpenCV Python is Python wrapper for OpenCV in Python. Okay, the first invention of OpenCV was by Intel in 1999 by Gary Bradsky, and first release came out in the year 2000. What basically OpenCV does is, OpenCV array structures are converted into NumPy array structure. The NumPy array structure is very handy in Python. So the OpenCV array structure is converted into NumPy array, and further that NumPy array can be used to deal with the other libraries like Scientific Python or Matplotlib, basically to plot the images or a graph in Python. This is basically what the work of OpenCV library is. Okay, since we are doing hands-on on detection of number plate and face detection, we will understand the workflow. Okay, how face detection using OpenCV can be achieved. Right, we have a image of a person here. Okay, then we need a trained model to detect the face of to basically to detect the feature of a face like nose, eyes, chin, like different features of a face, and we, based on that, we pass the data into OpenCV and are converted into NumPy array, and finally we will be recognizing the face of a person in a image. This is how the whole flow of face detection goes on. Next, this is what I have explained is to detect the face of a person in an image. How can we implement the same thing for a video, right? It's not, it's very simple. Like we all know that video is nothing but images appear very fast, right? If we scroll down the image very fast, it looks like a video, right? Similar concept, we will do hands-on on this topic where we will try to detect the face of in a video. Okay, the workflow is the first we will get the video from the webcam or the other external camera which we have attached, and we will go into the conditions of whether the image has a face or like face or not. Further, we will apply the conditions, different condition to detect the faces, and that process goes on, right? This is observe here, friends. There is a guy dancing here. Basically, he is doing only 2 steps, but if it's 2 different image, it's moving very fast such that we it looks like a person is dancing, right? It looks like a video. This is all about the theory behind how OpenCV works and how computer vision works, and detection of face in a video. Let's move to a hands-on session. Okay, this is much about theory, and I hope everyone are clear with this theory which I have explained. Are everyone are clear with this topic which I have explained, such that we can move to the hands-on session? Yes. Yes. Thank you. Everyone can open code editor, whichever they are familiar with. Okay. I am using VS Code. Whichever code editor you are familiar with, you can use that. I hope my code editor is visible for everyone, so that we can move smoothly on hands-on session. Please do comment. Okay. Thank you. Moving ahead, first, what we will do is we should import the OpenCV library. To import the OpenCV library, we have to install the OpenCV library into the Python environment. So I am using virtual environment from Anaconda. You can directly install OpenCV. To method to open OpenCV, install OpenCV is pip install OpenCV Python. This is how you can install OpenCV in your Python, OpenCV library in Python. Okay, I will not install it because I have installed it before, so I don't want it to overlap. Once you install OpenCV library, we have to import the library into Python environment. Import CV2. CV2 is the OpenCV library. Next, what we have to do is we have to get the video from our webcam or the external camera which we are using. So I will assign the variable video, and using OpenCV, there is an inbuilt module for video capture. Hope everyone are following me on hands-on session. Please do comment. Everyone install the package, OpenCV package. Are able to install the OpenCV package. Please do comment. Okay. Okay, getting response. Thank you. Okay, moving forward, video capture module is nothing but to get a video from the inbuilt webcam or from the external camera. We are using a CV2 dot video capture. If we mention 0 here, it's nothing but it's capturing image from your webcam. If we mention 1, it will 1 or 2 based on your USB port, it will access the video from external camera, okay, which you have connected. For time instance, we will mention it 0, which will capture the image from inbuilt camera, that is web camera. Next is we have to check whether the we are getting the data. As I told, we will have numpy array when we get the image from the external source. We will it will be represented as the numpy array, right? So first we will check whether we are getting the data or not. For that, we are assigning two variables, like and frame, where this rect returns the boolean value, whether true or false, whether we are getting the data or not. Frame returns the numpy array. Okay, again we have video dot read method. which will return the numpy array. Next, video dot release. Next, destroy all windows. This is to close the window. Otherwise, the whole image capturing process will be on the loop. So we will destroy all windows. Okay, since my webcam is using the live stream session, so I can't access the inbuilt webcam. So I am using external webcam. So I am mentioning one here. If you guys can access your webcam while the stream is going on, it's well and good. Otherwise, try the code after when the session ends. Okay. Since I have mentioned here one here because I am using external USB camera. Okay, next I have to see whether I am getting a data or not. Print, right, and I will print the frame also. Okay, we are set. I will run the code. I am getting the data. As you can see, we are first it's returned true, which is we are it is assuring that we are getting the data, and when we print the frame, we are getting the numpy array with 3 dimension. Okay, but observe friends, when we get a data, our code is directly exiting from the code, right? This is because we are able to capture only first frame of the video. Okay, as I told, we should run the frame in a loop such that it will appear like a video, but the problem here we are facing is we are getting only one frame and we are exiting from the video. Okay, we will deal with that. So as I told, we should keep the frames in a loop, right? So I am mentioning while loop. I'm mentioning while loop here. Now, for while loop, I have specified I should specify the condition. So I should check whether I am gathering the image or the data. Okay. Video dot is open. Return video dot is open returns whether I am getting the data or not. Okay. Now this should be inside the loop. Next step is I am getting the data in form of numbers, right? I want to visualize the video. Okay, I should get a pop-up of a which displays a video so that we can recognize the video or we can witness the video. So I have to display some frames or some window to display the video. So for that we should using OpenCV has a module called IMShow, which basically uh, gives us the video in the frame. Okay. Next is I am giving the name for a window, and I have to display the frame. Okay. Sorry, not here. Here. Name for the window, it is video, and I have to display the frame. Next, what happens is when the frame, when the window pops up, it will be running in the loop, so that I should manage to exit from the window. So what I should do is, I should assign a key. Okay, in OpenCV we have wait key, where what wait key basically does is, it will wait, it will refresh the screen for 1 millisecond, and if I press key, uh, if I press Q button uh, in my keyboard, my whole window should be closed, or it should be baked. I hope we are ready to run the code. Okay, I am getting the image or the video. It's working fine. Now if I press Q on my on my keyboard, the window will exit. Okay, next thing is, we are able to access the video, right? Now the main aim is to recognize the face in a video. For that we have to use cascade classifier. If you go to GitHub account of Cascade, you will get this link. Here we are using R Cascade frontal face default XML. Basically what this classifier has is, for every model which we have to run, it should be pre-trained, right? To detect a face, we should pre-train the model such a way that when it recognizes a face in a video, it should be able to capture that face or mark the region where the face is located. So we will be using this R Cascade frontal face default XML R Cascade classifier is pre-trained model with a positive and negative images. That is the image or the video with an face and without a face. So that using this classifier, we can easily implement the face detection algorithm. To download this, I will paste this link on the chat box so that you can all go to this and you can record. Okay, I have pasted that. Okay, now go to that GitHub link and you can download this. Press on raw, select all, and you can save the file as XML, right? This is the procedure of saving this cascade classifier. It should be placed in the folder where you are writing the code, right? Where your code is placed. This is the method to download R Cascade classifier. So I have to import the cascade classifier to my Python environment. So I will assign the variable name as cascade cv2 opencv. There is something called as cascade classifier in a opencv module to import the ready-made cascade classifier into Python environment. And I am pasting. Now I have imported the Arc Cascade frontal face default XML file to my Python environment. Now what we should do is we should convert the video which we have captured into grayscale. Okay, so for that we have something called as OpenCV CVT color. In that we have to place the frame which we obtained here, and CVT V2 color, as I told, EGR to gray. Basically what it does is it will convert the colored image into black and white image. Why we are converting the colored image into colored video into black and white? Because when we have the black and white image, we have only two like binary values, right? Zeros and ones. The information which we pass into the model is very limited. When there is wide varieties of color, the information we should pass into the model is too much. So we are converting the colored image into black and white image. Our next task is to detect the face in that particular image. So now what, since I have imported Cascade classifier into my Python environment, using that Cascade classifier I should detect the face of a person in the video. So Cascade dot, in Cascade classifier there is something called detect multi-scale, okay, which help us to detect the face in an image. First we have to pass the image. Here we are passing grayscale image. Okay, next there is something called as scale factor. I will mention it as 1.1. I will explain what this each and every parameter represents. Okay, first I will complete the code. Next is there is something called as minimum neighbors. I will mention it as 20, and minimum size. Minimum size I will mention it as 30 by 30. I will explain what the each and every parameter represent. Okay, gray is nothing but the video which or the image which we have converted into grayscale, right? Black and white image, that is nothing but gray parameter. Scale factor is nothing but this parameter specifies how much image size to is reduced to each image scale. Okay, suppose the scale factor is mentioned as 1.01. okay, it means that we are using small step of resizing the image. Okay, that is we will be reducing it to 1%. Next parameter is minimum neighbors. What this minimum neighbor represents is this parameter specifies how many neighbors each candidate rectangle should have. Okay, if the minimum neighbor is higher the value, the chance of recognizing the face is low, but it will be the recognized face will be more accurate. Next parameter is minimum size. This minimum size is nothing but what is the frame of the image should be. The value below 30 by 30 is the frame below 30 by 30 is not acceptable. This is what the all this parameter represents. Next is we should Okay, I will. We should able to get the image right now. Color, okay. There is some spelling mistake. CV2. Okay. Next step is we should introduce a for loop here. For x comma, we are specifying coordinates x comma y, w comma h, x and y values and width and height of the face we have detected in frames or in the face. Okay. Next, what we have to do is we have to draw a rectangle around the face. Okay. For that, we have something called as rectangular module in OpenCV. We have to mention the two coordinates x and y, and x axis plus width of the face plus y axis height of the. Next, we have to mention what should be the color of a rectangle. I will 255 0 0. As I mentioned before, it is blue, green and red. I want my rectangle should be in the blue color. Okay. And size of the rectangular box. Okay. This is all about how we detect the face. 1 second. Okay. Now we will run the code. CV2 has no attribute. Okay, spelling mistake I have made here. Okay, delete here. Okay. Minimum neighbors. We are able to, I will show the demo. See, when we our model is able to recognize the image on the screen, right? Okay, we have successfully recognized the image on the screen. Our next step is to save this image, right? There is no use that we only recognize that. We have to save the recognized face in our database. So what will we do is we have to save the image. For that, first I will crop the detected face. I will mention it as subface. Okay. From the frame, from the original frame, I am fetching out the face region. Okay, that is y plus y axis with its height, and from the x for x axis x plus width of the particular triangle. So we will be able to access the particular region of a face. Next, I have to save the file, or to save the picture of detected face. I need a file name, right? So I will mention file name as face. Okay. Next, what format the detected or the crop face should be saved in? I will save in JPG format. Okay. Next, I have to write the file to my database. That is, for that, OpenCV has module called IamWrite. Okay. It helps us to save the detected face in the folder or a database. For that, IamWrite I should first mention the file name and the crop face, that is subface, which I should save in the folder. Okay, we will check how our code works. Okay, save the image, run. Okay, we are able to detect the face. As I told, the rectangular or the box which is reflecting on the screen is in the blue color. As we mentioned, we can mention whichever color we require. Okay, we have detected the face. Now we will check whether the detected face is saved in our database. See, it's not clear. If we use the webcam, we will get the clear picture of the face. Okay, since I am using external USB camera, it's not so clear. Let me try again where I can obtain the clear picture. Okay, okay, it's better than previous image. Okay, if we use the external IP camera or some other camera, you can get a clear picture. This is how real-time face detection can be achieved using OpenCV. I will walk you through the code again. Okay, where you can be more clear about that. First, I am importing the OpenCV library and I am importing the Arc Cascade frontal face default XML file to my Python environment. Next, I am using video capture module in OpenCV. I will be able to access the video from a webcam or the external USB camera, and I have to get the frame very fast. I have run the whole code in a while loop where I can get the clear video without any lag. First, I am using video.read. I am getting the frames of an image. Next, I am converting the obtained image into grayscale. Next, what we are doing is we are detecting the face in a video. Okay, using the rectangular box. Next thing is I am cropping the face from the video and I am saving in my database. Okay, when I press the key Q in my keyboard, the whole frame will exit. Okay, this is all about how to detect real-time face using OpenCV. Hope everyone are clear. If you have any doubt regarding the code which we have executed till now, just please ask the question so that I can clear this and we will move ahead how to detect a number plate of a vehicle. CV2 is nothing but OpenCV module, right? We are importing that as CV2 into Python environment. This is nothing. That is nothing but OpenCV library. Can face detection help in anywhere like in banks or in any office? Yeah, surely. For the security system, everywhere we can use face detection algorithms. Okay, clear, sir. Super. Thank you. Use Sublime Text or CMD. Yeah, no, it's not matter that which code editor we are using. Whichever editor you are comfortable with, you can use that. Okay. Here I am using VS Code. Hope everyone are clear with the topic which I have explained till now. Please do comment so that I can move forward. Yeah, we can. How can we save multiple images? We can save multiple images based on the time frame, right? Instead of mentioning the file name, if we attach with the system timings, based on the timings you can save the images. Okay, thank you. Okay, I'm getting the response that everyone are clear with the topic. So I will move forward. This is all about detecting the face in a video and saving it into the database. Next concept is to detect a number plate from an image. Okay, for that I will use Jupyter Notebook. Set up for a second. Face and number plate detection. I will share the GitHub link where you can get access to this code and whichever image I am using in. Okay, I will paste the link in a chat box. Please do share with. Okay, okay. Please go through that link and you can access my GitHub account where you can download the face and number plate detection code. Okay, and the images which I am using for the execution of this code. Basically, how to check that whether that image matched from our data set. I didn't get the question clearly. As per my understanding, you are asking that how, see, it will be the live streaming image, right? If you are deploying this model in a bank, when in the entry of a bank, when the customer arrives into the bank, it will automatically capture the face of that person and it will be saved in the database based on the his entry time. Okay, based on that we can clearly make out that at what time that person has been entered into the bank, and based on that we can move further, right? That is I think that is the answer for how to check whether the image match for our data set, right? Hope everyone got the link of my GitHub account. Okay, please download the code so that we will go hand on hand. Okay, if you are set up, please comment yes in the comment section so that I can move forward. Okay, I need more response. Okay, okay, thank you. Okay, this is the Jupyter Notebook. If you have not installed Jupyter Notebook, no problem. If you can directly access, I have provided the code with the solutions. Okay, you can go through that and later on you can try out with the code. Okay, we'll restart and clear all the outputs. Okay, here I will not explicitly program. I will walk you through the code and how basically we can do this. Okay, if you are trying to kickstart your career in machine learning or deep learning, you can mention this in your resume so that you will get good weightage for your resume. Okay, here I am importing OpenCV library and I am importing NumPy. I am importing matplotlib. What basically matplotlib does is it helps us to plot the graphs. Matplotlib inline helps us to display the graph when we execute the code immediately. Okay, I am importing the libraries. I have written a function such that to display the two images parallelly. Okay, this is a simple function where the size of the images will be 15 by 15. then there will be a subplot where subplot contains two images. Okay, that is the basic function which I have written. Next, I am importing the image called boy car. This is the image. Okay, this image I am importing to the, my Jupyter notebook. Okay, I am reading the image using OpenCV IMRead module. I am plotting the image. Okay, this is the image which I have imported. If you observe, the image color has been changed, right? Here the image is of other color. Here it's displaying almost in the bluish, right? That is because OpenCV has basically we in every model we have RGB colors. Okay, in OpenCV it's BGR in the reverse format, because they have not changed it, because it is BGR format is compatible with other modules in OpenCV. So I guess they have not changed that, but they have function to change to BGR to RGB colors. Okay, this is the original BGR image. Okay, this is I have converted into RGB format. That can be achieved using CVT color function. Okay, in OpenCV we have CVT color. I am mentioning the image which I should convert in from BGR to RGB. Okay, when I execute and plot that using the functions which I have written to plot the images, I can convert BGR to RGB. This is to give the idea of how whole OpenCV works with computer vision, right? Next is, as I told, I will convert the image into grayscale image. Okay, here I have converted the original colored image to grayscale using BGR to gray. Next is this is important, just concentrate on the code. I am applying bilateral filter. Why we are using a bilateral filter is our aim is to focus on the number plate of a car. Okay, these are all the noise which we have. So the bilateral filter will blur the image, and it will reduce the noise of a image. See, if you compare with the grayscale image to the blurred image, or after applying the bilateral filter, the image is faded, right? It has reduced the noise in the image. Okay, we have imported the image which contains the face of a person and the number plate, and we have converted it into grayscale image. Now what we do is we have to find the edge of a image, the edge of object image in a image, right? So for that we use something called as Canny. Okay, in OpenCV you have something called as Canny, where it helps us to detect the edge or the object in an image. Okay, edge of a object in an image. After I have passed here blurred image, that is grayscale image, which has been blurred, to this Canny function. Okay, it detected the edge of the object in an image for us. Okay, next step what we will do is we have to mark the detected edges, right? We can't mark every edges, like every edge which has been detected is not important for us. The main, we are concentrating on the number plate and the face of a person. Okay, so that we have something called as find contours. Contours is nothing but a curve joining all the continuous point. Okay, as you observe here in a number plate, it will be a curve, right? It will be joining the edges of the curves. Okay, so we should concentrate on such a edges or such a region. Okay, so find contours will help us to detect the edges which connecting the fully connected regions. Okay, we can say in that way. Okay, now what we can do is, using that edges, we have marked the edges with a pink color. Okay, which as I told before also, you can use any color to mark the edges. If you want other color, I can use red here also. Sorry, it's blue, BGR. Okay, blue color I have used here. Whichever color you can you want, you can use to detect the edges. It's not an issue. Okay, I have found the contours of the edges, and I have marked the edges in the original image. Next thing is, I am not interested in all the edges detected, right? All the regions of edges which I have detected. I only want to concentrate the fully connected region, that is number plate. Okay, so there is, I have sorted the obtained edges from ascending to descending order. I have taken first 10 edges into consideration. Okay, and next next function what I have done is, I have reduced the contours, right? These are all the noise which I am not interested in, right? I am interested in only the number plate. Okay, so to reduce all the noise in the detected edges or the corners, I am reducing that using image reduce. Okay, further I will this is all the pre-processing steps which we have done, right? Finally, we are good to detect with the number plate. To detect the number plate, I will iterate through the contours, individual contours. Okay, then I will find the perimeter. Okay, these are all the simple OpenCV methods. Okay, which we have used here. You can go in detail with the documentation of this, how it works internally. Okay, due to lack of time, I will just summarize it and I will move forward. Okay, using OpenCV arc length, we can find the perimeter of the region. Okay, of particular region. I am iterating through every contours and I am finding the perimeter of every edges. Okay, next, I have, since we know that the number plate has 4 edges. Okay, what I am doing is, I am looking for the 4 edges here. I am multiplying the perimeter with 0.0, the small value, and if I find the 4 edges in a edge count, then I am sure that the detected region is number plate. Okay, so I can proceed further, and what I will do is, I will fetch that detected edge and I will save into the database. That is what I CV2 IMWrite does. Okay, I am saving the number plate in PNG format. Okay, this is you are familiar with, right? I am fetching the plate region from the original image. Okay, and it returns true. The number plate is present in the image, so it returned the value true. We will look into the database. See, originally this image was not there. Now our model was able to detect the number plate in the image, and it has fetched the number plate from that image and saved to the database. Next is, okay, we have successfully detected the number plate in the image. Next, in the same image, we have to detect the face. Okay, to detect the face, as I told, we are importing Har cascade with frontal face default. There are different types of cascade to detect the eyes, nose, mouth, or like that. You can try out with that all the type of cascades. Okay, it's very interesting. Now I am writing a since for the real time face detection in a video, we have passed the frames into the loop. Okay, since it is an image, we are sure that we should detect the face in a particular image, so that no need to pass the image into through the loop. So I am directly using Har cascade face detect multiscale from the grayscale image. Okay, I should detect the face. Okay, and print when the face is found, print the face is how many faces are detected. Here we can detect multiple faces also, and in the real time face recognition also we can save the multiple faces based on the system timings. Okay, all the detected faces will be saved into the database. Here one face is detected. Further, I have to fetch the interested region, okay, the face region, and I should save into the database. Here, this code you are familiar with, right? Same as the previous hands-on code which I have tried, right? It will detect the face, and we have already detected the face. It will fetch the region of a face, and it will save into the database. I am plotting the region of interest, right? We are interested to detect the face. Okay. When we look into the folder, we have successfully detected the face of a person in an image. Okay. Let us try testing this code. Okay. Now I will change the image. I have something called this image Audi, image name Audi. Okay, I will pass this image through my model, and I will verify my model whether it's good to deploy or not. Okay, it is in JPEG format. I have imported the image for all the process, detected the edge, contours. Okay, I was able to fetch the number plate from the image. Okay, it is Audi A3. Next task is to fetch the face of a person from the image. Since the image is very small, okay, it's not so clear. See, we are able to get the face of a person. You can if to save the multiple faces or the images, you can just mention the time system timings while saving the images, so that you can save multiple images. Okay, that is all about how to detect number plate and face through OpenCV. I hope everyone are clear with the concept which I have explained till now. Value error on line 14. Okay, kernel restart and run on. If you have any doubts, you can post the question in chat box so that I can clear. I ask how to differentiate between employee and customer in the bank using this model. Yeah, to differentiate the employee and the customer, we should train the higher level model, where here we are doing face detection to detect the employee face, or for the biometric system we can use face recognition model. Okay, where we will pre-train the model with the particular faces with their names. Okay, when the model detects the face of a particular person, it will display the name, and it will save to the database, so that we can make out that this is the employee, and whoever the customer comes in will not be our model will save the image but will not be able to recognize the name of a person. Okay, this is how we can differentiate between employees and the customers in the real time applications in a bank. Okay. that is another interesting topic to work on, the face recognition. I hope I have cleared that doubt. Yes, this project is great for TV. Yes, you can mention, as I told before, you can mention this project in your CV, and it will give good weightage to you as a beginner in the field of data science. Is it possible to get clarity image of the person through coding? Yeah, through coding, yes. If we do threading, we can surely get the more cleared image. Okay, since I have this image which is not so clear, the image size is very small, so it's blur. Clear with the concept, but we need to try it more and more by our end. Yes, the artificial intelligence, whatever deep learning, machine learning, it's nothing but trial and error method. We should try with the different ideas, and we should come up with the solutions. Thank you. Yes, good explanation. Thank you. How to get a moving car number plate? Yeah, surely I will explain. The next concept which I am going to explain is how to detect the number plate and the face from a moving car. Okay. Hope I am clear. The everyone are clear with the concept which I have explained till now. If you comment yes, so that I can move forward with the concept, and I will walk you through the demo how we can implement the real-time number plate and face detection, okay, using IP cameras. Okay, thank you. Okay, moving forward. I will close this. I will go to code. Now I will not go in depth through this project. Okay, I will explain the architecture, how actually the real-time application of the face and number plate detection in the market works. Okay, mm, this code is familiar with you, right? Real-time face detection. I have imported the required libraries. I have imported Har Cascade classifier, and I have written a function to detect the face, so that I can use my function, this function in the file which to detect face and the number plate. This is the basic code. Someone asked how to save the multiple images. Look here, I am specifying the file name with the date and time of detection of particular face, right? If you save the images like this, you can get multiple face images. Okay, this is how face detection. This is as simple as that. Next, here I have used CNN for the convolution neural network for the number plate detection, where the number plate detection algorithm which we have used using OpenCV is effective, but it will not work in every conditions. Okay, so what we should do is we should build a robust model to detect the number plate and face. So we have used CNN model. This is all the code I have written to detect the when we detect the number plate, to clean the plate and to fetch the number from a plate. Okay, I have written a class for plate detector. Here CV2 get structure element returns the what should be the structure of your number plate. Okay, it should be rectangular or square plates. Okay, it can be achieved by CV2 morphological transformations. What morphological transformation does? It will help us to turn write a code or the get the architecture of how our number plate should look like. Next comes how find the possible plates. Okay, when we pass the um, images or a video through the code, it should be able to detect the number plates. That code has been written here. Here the pre-processing is nothing but like Gaussian blur, as I told, CVT, color from colored image to grayscale image. These are the basic operation which I am performing on the number plate. Okay. Next, I have written the what function to or method to detect the character on a number plate. Okay. Next comes the concept of contrast to detect the edges in a number plate. These are the basic functions to detect the number plates and make the changes or the modification which as per my requirement to the project. Okay, this is all about like cleaning the plate, like removing the noise from the plate. These are all the basic functions which have implied in the class of plate detection. Next comes number plate. Here I have used the neural network so that when we pass the data or the image through the module, what it happens is it will be accurately detecting the number plate in the image or the video in the real time and will be able to fetch the number plate from the image within a fraction of second. This is what the code I have written inside the number plate. Okay, in the recognized plate input, recognized plate is contains an image of same plate, get the best image in the list and calculate the average plate. What basically I have done is done here is I will get the multiple, as I told, the sometimes the images will be not clear. So what we will do is we will get the multiple images of the number plate and best of the best image will be saved into the database. Okay, this is all the basic functions regarding that. Next comes I have written architecture for CNN what algorithm here in this file. Okay, this is all about the how to transfer the tensors, how to create that. Okay, now there will be a question in everyone like why we are using only CNN model, why not other neural network model, right? See, to explain that, assume we have a image with size of 28 cross 28 cross 3, right? 3D image. Okay, if you pass that through a fully connected neural network, the number of weights in the first hidden layer will be 2352. Okay, this is the image which I have displaying in the right bottom is the image of fully connected network, right? Here the with every neuron to hidden layer there will be a weight associated with that, right? If we assume when the weight, if we assign the weight for the individual from neuron to the hidden layer, there is huge number of, there will be huge number of weights in the fully connected network, right? Basically the image will not be 28 cross 28, it will be around 200 cross 200 cross 3. So the fully connected network will be very big further, right? The weights will be very high, where when the weights are very high there will be a chance of overfitting, like over learning the model, and our model will not come up as a good model. So to avoid this overfitting of the model, we use convolution neural network, where the convolution neural network is in convolution neuron in the layer will only be connected to the small region of the layer before it. Okay, here if it is the layer, if it's pooled layer, okay, if you can observe in the previous image, here each neuron is connected to a hidden layer, but in the convolution neural network this neuron is connected to only one hidden layer. Okay, based on the probability of what weightage of the information we gained is, right? That's why the why the efficiency of convolution neural network is. Okay, moving forward, uh, I will run the code. Okay, I will show the demo of how I can recognize the number plate and face in the real time. Okay. Before that, I like to clarify few things regarding this what code or the model. The system can detect and recognize two types of license plate, that is rectangle plate and square plate. Okay. Next is, this system can detect and recognize license plate from videos and webcams in real time. Within this project, the camera position is fixed. The camera is not moved; it will fixed at the place, and only one car at a time can drive through the gate. Okay, if we are implementing this in a parking lot project, usually the one car will enter into the gate through the gate, right? Therefore, the system is only able to detect one plate per frame. Next is, what method? Subex, for detecting vertical edges followed by morphological transformation to detect the what shape of the number plate is, finding the contours like edges, checking the character on the possible plates and found the assure it is a license plate. Okay. To write the number in the license plate. Next, plate recognition. Mobile net has been used. I am using the Python 3.6. Okay. The parameter which we are playing around is minimum plate area, maximum plate area, and kernel size. Okay, these are the kernel size is nothing but to get structure element, right? How our number plate should, like, it should be rectangle or square. That's where kernel size comes in. Okay. Here I have written a run file, where if we execute this file, we can get the number plate and face of a video. Okay, we'll move forward. This is the, I am creating a directory named cropped file, where I will save all the detected faces into cropped file, and similarly for a number plate as well. Next, I am accessing the video from the recorded video, right? I am importing the recorded video here. And if you are using IP cameras, we should do the threading. Okay, we should run the code on threading, where we use RTSP protocol, real time streaming protocol, where there will be no lag in the obtaining videos. Okay, this here I am calling my number plate detect class and face detect class. Okay, this is all about the code. We will move ahead and run the code. Open the terminal here itself. LPR Python. It will take some time, 5 to 6 seconds. Yes, video stream is ready. If you observe here, when the car enters into this frame, the number plate will be automatically detected. Okay, it will mention the RGB color also. Okay, red, green, and blue. You can see the number plate will be focusing more and more when the vehicle move towards the camera, right? If you observe, see here the car is entering. Now it will detect the number of a car, and it will refocus the number plate to get the best plate from the best number plate image. Okay. Parallelly, I would like to show not only gathering the image of a plate, we are also able to get the numbers in a format, right? 30A61235, that's the number of a car. We can write, we will get the threading time also. Okay, this is all about how we can detect the real time number plate and face using CNN. Okay, I can show you how the plates are stored in. See, the plates will be updated when it's detected. See 29A 33185. You can also observe at what time the number plate has been saved, right? Based on the system timings. Okay, based on the system timings. Similarly, if you if you see this, the cropped faces we can detect. Okay, this is all about how we can detect real time face and number plate. Yes, if you have any questions. If you have any questions regarding the concept which I have explained, please do ask in the comment section. So it's almost 4. I have to wrap up the session so that the next session will be starting. How is facial recognition is working in iPhones? Whenever we take the phone, it automatically recognizes. Yes, is facial recognition. It will be high level model. Okay, it's not as base as the OpenCV model. The facial recognition in open phones and all to detect unlock the phones, it will be higher level model with the complicated neural networks. Okay, to detect the particular person face to unlock the phone. I hope everything is clear. If you have any questions regarding the concept, please do ask. Try to rerun the code which I have provided and try to understand each and every line so that you will be more clear when you run through it again and again. Okay, thank you. Thank you. I hope the session was helpful. Thank you. You can try the code whenever you want. It will be available in my GitHub repository. Okay, that Jupyter notebook file. Thank you. What if there are more number of rectangular images in the picture? Yeah, if there is more rectangular, you should try to adjust the parameter of minimum neighbors. Okay, if you try to adjust the minimum neighbors value, you can get the more accurate result. Okay, I think I can wrap up the session. I think every topic which I have explained are clear. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Sachin.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time and effort of conducting this workshop. We are extremely grateful to you. Thank you, Sachin.
Thank you. Thank you, Rohit. Thank you. Thank you for everyone participating and encouraging me to uh, take this demo smoothly. Thank you, everyone. Okay. Bye bye.
Bye, Sachin. Thank you
Bye
so
bye.
much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
Okay.